Right, morning from my last full day in Amsterdam. Uh, I took a long while getting up this morning, not because of being stoned yesterday, but yes, I was stoned yesterday, but it's not that. I mean, I went, the distance I travelled yesterday was ridiculous compared to what I'm used to doing normally, and it's left me really fucking drained and in a lot of pain. The painkillers are working, which is good, but there's still a lot of pain there as well. Painkillers never get rid of pain, never truly. With me, I was sorry, Homes under the Hammers on in the background. Painkillers to me, I always equate it to imagine you're at a rock concert. I'm not going to say pop concert, that makes me look even older, doesn't it? Thanks Nat for that bacon, lovely. Imagine you're at a rock concert and it's far too loud for you to even enjoy the concert. So somebody suggests some earplugs and you put the earplugs in. You can still hear the music, it's comfortable enough now, and you can cope. It's a bit like painkillers. It sort of takes it down from a deafening roar of pain to a sort of manageable amount of pain. Manageable depends on, I suppose, your definition of it. But to me, I can function with the level of pain I've got. But while I've been here, the level of pain I've got has gone through the roof because I'm doing far more than I'm used to. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Apart from yesterday, I almost burst into tears talking to two women in a cafe in the Centrum. They were asking me how I was enjoying Amsterdam. I said I'm enjoying it. Apart from I'm missing my dog, and my dog's at my sister's house, and he's barking because he's missing me, and I nearly started crying, and I felt really homesick. But Lily sent me a picture later in the day, which cheered me up. It was her laying in bed. Well, actually, all you can see is Flynn. So I'll rephrase that. She sent me a picture. You can see Flynn laying on his bike, the spark on it, like that. And you can make out Lily's arm and shoulder next to him, so you can see that that he's laid in bed with Lily, and he looks happy and content. So I felt all right after that. I really miss him. To be honest, I thought I'd miss him a bit less than I am doing, because I've never really missed any other dogs we've had this much. But the way I think about it, that's obviously because the dogs in the past were never mine. They were family dogs. Whereas Flynn is my boy. He's my best mate. He's my confidant. He's my shoulder to lean on. He's my light in the darkness. Trying not to sound like a fucking dickhead here, but I'm failing drastically. I know that. I'm not even starting. It's like, well, there's joints in here, but they're over there, and I can't smoke in here because if I do smoke in here, it's a no smoking auto. And it's a €400, not 40 as I thought yesterday. €400 deep cleaning fee. I ain't paying €40. I'm not going to get even paying €400 because I fucked up inside of a joint because my back's hurting. So today's plan, nothing for a little while. Tim, Shell Beef Burger, we're going to do something today. We're going to go out to Amsterdam and we're going to eat something later in Amsterdam. We're going to have some Chinese chicken, his favourite Chinese restaurant in Amsterdam. But he's coming into town between 1400 and 1500 on the train. So I'm going to go into Centrum in about an hour, maybe a bit more, and meet him. I wanted to go to Flower Market to get my sister a black tulip bulb, but I'll see if when Tim meets me if it's easy to get to or if it's going to be a hassle. I don't mean that in a low way, like to diminish my sister, but I mean it as in it's going to cause me a lot of pain. I'm going to have to jump in on trains and trams again because I mean one thing said I've got to catch a bus. Restless leg syndrome's going again. One thing said I've got to catch a bus and a tram, and my understanding of the Amsterdam travel system is fucking ridiculous. I can't work out what's going where. I mean, I can't even work out where to find an Uber. I mean, last night, this is going to be a long one, this, because there's a few things I want to cover. Last night I found a better place to go, a cafe on a side street away from the red light district. It was quite near the Madame Tussauds Waxworks called Kadinsky. They've got a bar at one side because you can't sell beer and weed in the same venue. So they've got two separate venues. One was bar Kaninsky, and the other was coffee shop Kaninsky. Now, it was just a bench against one wall with a few tables and a little bar in coffee shop. As you can see last night, I fucking loved it there. It was great. The guys were a laugh. I was listening to them. They were speaking English, even though I think they were both Dutch. They were speaking English all night. I was talking to one of the dog. He was showing me pictures of his bulldog, and I was showing him pictures of Flynn. He was going, "Oh, Flynn's so cute. Flynn's so cute." And I'm like, "Yeah, dog's lovely." I'm not a fan of bulldogs, as you know. I don't dislike them. I'm just not dog for me. I don't. No, I just don't. I don't know why they're so popular, but a lot of people love them. But they're a dog. So when eventually I decided to come back to hotel, it was getting on close to 10 o'clock, which is dirty stop out for me. Dirty stop out. But actually, that's close to 9 o'clock UK time, so still dirty stop out, really. Because I'm in bed by 10. You see, in bed by 10. I hope you're going to watch this, Mark Nuttall, because for some unknown reason, when I start doing these videos, I start slipping into being you. And doing your head movements and talking like you do. You see. But then we were going to, and we didn't, you see. So it's something me and Matt used to do. So yeah, I decided to leave and head back to the waxworks, which was, I'm pretty sure that was where I got my taxi the night before, but let's remember the night before that I was in such a state I couldn't remember what hemisphere of the world I were in. I know I was in Amsterdam, but Amsterdam could have been in the southern hemisphere for all I were aware. I was just like off on another level. God knows when I found my Uber then, because they don't actually come pick you up where you stood. They said, "I'm going to wait at this point here." But last night when I did it, could not fucking find Uber. No clue. I asked one guy where he went that way, so I went that way, and arrow pointing a different way. But it's not an arrow; it's a tiny little fucking circle with a tiny little fucking point on it. Unless you zoom right in on it, you can't tell which way you're being sent. So Uber can get that sorted out, you fucking useless cunts. After 10 minutes of running around last night, running, come on, we all know that's a lie. After 10 minutes of hobbling as fast as I possibly could manage, I'd got no idea where this fucking Uber were. Not a clue. It didn't tell me which way were north or fucking out on the map. And I just got utterly confused and started to panic. And that's when this car stopped and said, "Are you alright?" And he was a taxi driver. He says, "Are you looking for a taxi?" I went, "No, I'm actually looking for my Uber, but I can't find it." He said, "Right, how long ago?" I guess I told him, I said, "It's probably gone now. Do you want to try getting another one?" He says, "Alright, I can take you." Now, I've been told to avoid taxis by some people and by other people to use taxis. And then other people tell me to avoid taxis like the plague, and other people tell me to go in them, but be careful. So this young taxi driver who turned out to be from Morocco, I've met lots of Moroccans here while I've been here. They're all really nice, and it was just something reassuring me that maybe at some point I do want to go to Morocco, because I've always fancied going to Morocco, going to Marrakesh. So anyway, he said, "Right, where's your hotel?" So I gave him the address, and he said, "How much was your Uber going to be?" I said, €12.75. He said, "Well, I can't do it as cheap as Uber, but I'll take you for €20. Is that alright?" And I went, "Yeah, fucking deal." And I just got in a taxi. Came on with his name was Usama. We had a good chat, a good laugh, it was really nice, and when I was getting out of the car I didn't realise I'd dropped my power bank. And I got out of the taxi and he suddenly went, "My friend." And Tony went, "Yep, we were getting an accident, wants to go to the toilet in Auto." I said, "You dropped this?" So I was like, "Oh, thank you," which is quite good, because the Uber guy the night before that suddenly turned around to me, I suddenly realised I'd left my book in his taxi. And I went, "Oh, I've left my book." And he went, "Oh, yes, you have. Oh, and you left your phone too." And I was like, I'll tell you what, all taxi drivers over here and thingy drivers are so bloody honest. Even blokes in shops and stuff like that, they'll not fuck you over. I'll go back to this Kadinsky that I went in last night. Now, I paid €19.50 for one joint in a place at Red Dart District. The second place I went to was the Greenhouse. And that was supposed to be a mix of mostly indica, which is indica's a body high, body numbing, which is what I need to be on apparently. And sativa is the head high. Now, I was talking to the guy last night and told him, and I said, "This is what I asked for." And I said, "I will like that." He says, "Oh, they sold you wrong stuff, mate." He said, "They sold you wrong stuff, totally." I told him how much I'd pay for it. He went, "Oh my God, no, that's even for Red Light District, that's an inexpensive high joint." And I went, "Okay." He said, "Right, this is what you want, indica. But I didn't tell him that I didn't want it mixed with tobacco, so I ended up having it mixed with tobacco. So I've had the equivalent of like 3 cigarettes while I've been here. I was always scared that smoking joints might make me want to smoke cigarettes again. I can tell you rest assured that isn't going to happen, because smoking tobacco joints, how like, it tastes like shit. So anyway, I bought this joint off him, but it was mixed with tobacco, and it was €5, and I felt great. I felt high, but not stoned, not fucked up. I just felt high and I couldn't feel any pain, so I'm really enjoying that. I'm coming back here, without a doubt, but it will be after I get my legs done. I think it'll only be 3 or 4 days again, because I can't stand being away from Flynn and home for that long. Loved every minute of being here though, apart from the homesickness, because it's kind of like seesawing, like loving it, missing home, loving it, missing home, like constantly like that. But I now know to avoid the red light district, apart from to go and look at the dirty ladies, unless they're not dirty ladies, they're dirty lady boys. There's grot as far as you want to see down there, and it's quite funny to look at it. My leg's shaking again. I stopped with that restless leg syndrome shit. I hope this isn't too waffling. This is me just waffling. This is not me stoned waffling. You know I'm just a waffler when I get going. But yeah, meeting Tim in a while. Right, okay, get back to what I was talking. Yeah, that was it. 1950 for that one. 1650 from Bulldog. I bought a space cake. It was €15. I bought a space cake last night from Kadinsky. €8. So I won't be going to coffee shops in the Red Dot District anymore. I'll be going to the ones on the fringes. But that's going to have to be after I come back when I've had my knees done, because the ones on the outskirts or not in the Red Dot District, they're all spread out all over the place. And it's the reason why I didn't go to any other day and yesterday was because they were so far away from where I got dropped off that I couldn't walk. That far. Oh, I need my knees doing, get my back sorted out, kind of losing weight, and then come back. And hopefully that won't be too long. Right, we're coming up to 13 minutes now. I can waffle some shit when I get going. So, sort out with Tim later today. I need to be at the airport tomorrow. My flight leaves at 7:20 in the morning and lands back in UK at 7:15. So I actually land 5 minutes before I set off. Thank you, international date lines. And, well, it's not international date lines, it's just like time zones. So thank you, time zone changes, for that. I'm a time traveller now. You can call me Dr. Watt. Or Dr. Watt Fat. I was living in Bromley and he looks alright. Weirdo. So, yeah. Excellent trip. Slightly bittersweet tinges of being homesick. But I've enjoyed it. I spent way more money than I thought I'd do. I've spent more money out of the bank, but I've spent less euros. So at least I can bring the euros home and swap them back. But I don't give a shit what I spent. I've still got a load left, and I'm not going to Thailand. I ain't got that to worry about. That's going to be disappointing to some of you to hear that I'm not going to Thailand, but I can't go for 2 weeks. I might go for a week. Then again, I don't know if a week away is going to work for me. I think I'm going to stick to short city breaks, doing a trip here and a trip there for 3 or 4 days at a time. That way I can get back to Flynn and not be a bad daddy. I know he's not my real son, Mark, before you talk about anything. I know he's not my real son, Mark, at all. I know. I adopted him. And on that note, bye, motherfuckers.